Hello friends, my name is Vikas.
So friends, in today's video, we will be discussing important current affairs of the topic indexes and reports. The session will be very important and helpful to you. So do pay attention till the end.
So friends, we have an app by the name Affairscloud which you can go and download through the Play Store in your Android phones. This app will help you in boosting your preparation. Once you have downloaded this app, you can go and log in with your Gmail or Google ID in this application. And once you have logged in, then you will be transferred to this page here. On this page, you will be able to see home, all courses, my courses and doubt sessions also. So in the courses, if we talk to you, in the courses if you purchase course from us, we will be providing you with multiple material for your preparation. Material such as your daily current affairs, your weekly current affairs, your monthly current affairs. In daily, we will be providing you with 20 questions quiz, an ebook that is in your PDF formats of the questions of that particular day. Then we'll be providing you in weekly with the same 50 question quiz that will be a compiled and important 50 questions, and also we'll be providing you a compiled PDF of the weekly current affairs then in the question answer format also. It will be a very helpful PDF, and similarly for monthly also we'll be providing you important monthly current affairs on a monthly basis. So the same content you will be revising maximum number of times and it will help you in your preparation. We'll also provide material related to your banking and awareness also. And apart from that, we'll be covering all important topics such as your apps and web portal, important days, books and authors, national affairs, international affairs, sports, defense, awards, obituary, important days and what not. Everything will be covered in this topic wise by me only. So apart from that, we also provide state wise current affairs that will also help you to prepare for the regional exams.
So friends, let's start with the session. First, we'll be talking about the 16th edition of the Wealth Report. Here we are talking about the Wealth Report. This Wealth Report states how many billionaires are there in a particular country. Recently, why this is important, and you should remember that this 16th edition of the World Report was released by Knight Frank. Alright, this was the 16th edition of the Wealth Report that was released by the Knight Franks. Alright, the Wealth Report stated that the number of the ultra high net worth individuals have increased globally by 9.3%. Second data that you need to remember. First is that it was the 16th edition. Second, that the ultra high net worth individuals have increased by 9.3% if in the year 2021 as compared to 2020. Then remember, then a list was released stated that which is the country with the maximum number of billionaires population. So it was topped by United States of America, and the rank of India was third in this. Alright, that India has third, or India is in the term of third with the maximum number of billionaire population globally, and it was topped by United States of America. Here we are talking about the Wealth Report that was released by Knight Frank, and this was the 16th edition of this report that was recently released, in which it stated that the net worth or the ultra high net worth individuals have increased by 9.3% globally, and the rank of India is third in this particular index. Here we can see United States 12.6% increase in the growth. For UK it was 11.3%, for France 9.9%, Japan 8.4%, Chinese it was 6.2% growth in the fiscal year of 2021. If we talk about the size of the next generation in India, according to this, the population is expected to grow by 39% between 2021 to 2026, with around 19,000 people expecting to have net assets of 30 million US dollar or more by 2026. Then Bangalore is projected to witness an increase of 89% of the ultra high wealth net individual population and become to 665 ultra wealthy individuals by 2026. All right, so the highest growth in the ultra high net worth individuals will be shown by Bangalore in the coming years till the year 2026, and it will be home to more than 665 ultra wealthy individuals by the same year, that is 2026. So this is the data of India. It is saying that between 21 to 2026, India will be expecting a growth of 39% for the ultra high net worth individuals, and this will be around 19,000 people for coming 5 years, that is until the year 2026. So this is everything you need to know about this wealth report. The maximum number of wealthy persons or the maximum number of billionaires in the world currently is in USA. All right, and India is in the third position. And this wealth report was released by whom? It was released by Knight Frank, and this was the 16th edition of the wealth report that was released. Apart from this, according to the interim edition of the Global Wealth Report 2020 that was released by Credit Suisse, the overall wealth of India's super rich has decreased by 4.4%, that is to $12.83 trillion in 2020 due to a fall in the rupee value. Alright, so the Global Wealth Report of 2020 that was released by Credit Suisse stated that the overall wealth of the India super rich decreased by 4.4% due to the fall in rupee value. If we talk about the Knight Frank, senior partner and group chairman is Alistair Elliott, managing director is Kevin Coppell, and the headquarter of this Knight Frank is in London, United Kingdom. Next we'll be talking about liberal democracy index. Which country is democratic? How people execute their rights there? Are they willing to have freedom speech in their country, or their right of freedom speech is being suppressed by the political leaders? All these conditions, all these reasons come into play when we are calculating the democracy index. So recently, what is the rank of India in the liberal democracy index? So the rank of India, first important thing that you need to remember is the rank of India, that is 93. Then question will be asked that this liberal democracy index, or generally we say democracy index, was released by which organization? It is VDEM. VDEM is a Swedish based institute that released this democracy index. All right, or you can say democracy report that was released for the year 2022 by whom? By VDEM. Then what is the name of the report that was released by VDEM? It is Democracy Report 2022, Autocratization Changing Nature. India has been ranked among the top 10 autocratic countries in the world and has been ranked 93rd on the Liberal Democracy Index. This is out of 179 countries. Alright, then if we talk about the rankings, the top 5 liberal democratic countries are: on first it is your Sweden, second is your Denmark, third Norway, fourth Costa Rica, and fifth is your New Zealand. These are the most democratic countries in the world. And if we talk about the most autocratic countries in the world, on first is your Afghanistan. That means in democracy index, the last rank will be of Afghanistan, then Belarus, China, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Sudan, Venezuela, and so on. Alright, so the most autocratic country in the world is Afghanistan. Most, or you can say most democratic country in the world is Sweden. And what is the rank of India in this VDEM's report, democracy report? The rank of India is 93rd in this democracy index that has been released by VDEM. India is one of the top 10 autocratizers in the world, which indicate that India is an autocratic rather than a democratic. So one of the highlight of this report, you can say, is that it has termed India as an autocratic than democracy. Alright, so India was named as autocratic instead of democracy, that it can be suitably be indicated as an electoral autocracy. India is in the bottom 40% to 50% of the countries on VDEM's liberal democracy index. We just saw what is the rank, 93 out of 179 countries of total. Alright, and which is the most democratic country here? It is Sweden. And least democratic or most autocratic, Afghanistan. Alright,
Moving on. Then we'll talk about Democracy Index for the year 2021. Economist Intelligence Unit released the title Democracy Index 2021 across 165 independent countries and 2 union territories. India ranked 46 on the global index with an overall score of 6.91%. Alright, I repeat. This Democracy Index for the year 2021 was released by EIU, that is Economist Intelligence Unit. A total of 165 independent countries took part in it and 2 union territories also took part in it. The rank of India in this index was 46. Alright, so this is everything you need to know. Here we are talking about Liberal Democracy Index, in which the rank of India was 93rd. And simply if we are talking about Democracy Index that was released by EIU, the rank was 46. And if we are talking about the Liberal Democracy Index that is released by VDEM, the rank of India is 93. Alright, moving on. Then if we are talking about VDEM, remember it was established in the year 2014. The headquarter of VDEM is in Sweden, and who is the director? Stefan I. Lindberg. He is the current director of VDEM Institute. Next we will be talking about Scotch State of Governance ranking for the year 2021. First thing and the important thing that you need to pay attention is the state that has topped or that has ranked 1 in the Scotch State of Governance ranking. It is your Andhra Pradesh. But what are these Scotch Governance report, or what are these ranking basically? In this, the states are ranked according to their performance in various projects at state, district and municipal level. Based on those project rankings, based on those completions, based on the projects or the performance of those projects, this particular Scotch governance rank has been released, and in which the state that secured the first position is your Andhra Pradesh. These performance are based on the corruption level. Is the project is on time? Are the people doing the work as per the schedule, or they are taking time? So everything is calculated here, and then these rankings are released. This ranking is released by Scotch Group. And what is the name of the rank or the data they released? It was released, that is Scotch Governance Report Card for the year 2021. It was released in New Delhi. Then we saw that Andhra Pradesh has secured the top position or the first rank in this particular report, and this is for the second time that Andhra Pradesh has secured the first position. Another thing that you need to remember, that Andhra Pradesh has secured this first position in star category. Alright, it is in the star category. Apart from this, first of all, remember there are 4 categories. First is star states, then performer states, then catching up states, and fourth is your extra. So these data was released. If we are talking about star states, then Andhra Pradesh has secured the first position, followed by West Bengal. If we are talking about the performer states, that is the 9th rank. See, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, then 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Then the 6th rank, that, or you can say the state that has topped in the performer state, will be the 6th rank in the overall ranking, and it is of Telangana. So simply, if we are just talking about the performer state, who topped in the performer state ranking? It was Telangana. Who topped in the catching up state ranking of the Scotch governance ranking? It was Bihar with the rank that is 11th rank. But who overall topped the ranking? It was Andhra Pradesh. And if asked who topped in the star states, then also it will be your Andhra Pradesh. And I just mentioned what are the reasons. The reason is that these rankings are based on the performance in various projects at state, district and municipal level. This can be related to the police, safety, agriculture, district administration, rural development, the corruption level, the timing of those projects and everything. Moving on. Next, we'll be talking about Export Preparedness Index. Recently, a second edition of this Export Preparedness Index was released by Niti Aayog. Question will be asked, which is the organization that releases this Export Preparedness Index? This is released by Niti Aayog. The second edition of this index was recently released. Then you should know who released the name of the person if asked who releases this index. Then you should remember Dr. Rajiv Kumar,
who is the current vice chairman of Niti Aayog, in the presence of Amitabh Kant, who is the CEO of Niti Aayog, released this particular index? Then, which state has retained the top position in the export preparedness index? It was your Gujarat state. Gujarat has retained the top position in the overall ranking with a total share of export accounting to around 20.83% for the year 2020 to 2021. Alright, so the state that has topped the or has retained the top position in this Niti Aayog's index, that is export preparedness index, it is Gujarat. Then export preparedness index brings out three major challenges to export promotion of India. These are the three important challenges that are being faced by India. First is intra and inter-regional differences in export infrastructure, weak trade support and growth orientation across states, lack of research and development infrastructure to promote complex and unique exports. For example, if we want to export something that can only sustain at very low temperature, so in order to do that we need freezers, we need an technology that can keep that particular material at a temperature that is required. So it will also cost electricity, it will also cost power, it will also cost research and development, because exporting is a challenging task and exporting even cost money. All right, so apart from this, what is the primary goal of this? To instill competition among all the states, be it coastal, landlocked, Himalayan, or a union territory or a state. The reason is to bring about favorable policies to ease the regulatory framework, create necessary infrastructure, and assist in identifying strategic recommendations for improving export competitiveness. All right, this is the main of this. As you know, as this logistic will increase, as the import and export will increase, this will also increase the growth of India, because export and import is one of the, or you can say trade is one of the best way to improve the condition of a country, the best way to improve the development of a country. For example, if we take Sri Lanka was mostly dependent on tourism sector. All right, mostly it was dependent on the tourism sector, as because of COVID-19, we saw the COVID-19 took place, everywhere lockdown took place, and people started to avoid going to tourist places. So Sri Lanka's economy is now in the crumble, and one of the reason is this. Second reason was what? Because of the implementation of a policy of just using the organic material for farming. That was also one of the reason. But what I wanted to say, if Sri Lanka would have been self-sufficient into export, so they would not have to just be dependent on a single sector, that is tourism sector. So diversification is also important. That is the reason if we start exporting our products to different countries, we will not just be self-reliant on a single sector, we will be reliant on a multiple front. All right, so that is the reason of exporting. Similarly, coming back, what is the organization that releases this export preparedness index? It was Niti Aayog. What is the edition of this? It is the second edition of it. Which state secured the second or retained this top position in this export preparedness index? It is Gujarat. And who is the individual who released this index? It was Dr. Rajiv Kumar, who is the vice chairman of Niti Aayog, and Amitabh Kant, who is the CEO of Niti Aayog, released this particular index. Here you can see the state that is in the first position is your Gujarat, second is Maharashtra, third Karnataka, fourth Tamil Nadu, and fifth Haryana. Moving on. Next we are talking about noise pollution. Recently, United Nations Environment Program recently released a report, that is Annual Frontier Report of 2022, that was titled Noise, Blazes and Mismatches. Alright, this was published by United Nations Environment Program. According to the Annual Frontier Report 2022, it stated that from India, remember, Moradabad in UP is the second most noise polluted city with a maximum record noise pollution of 114 decibels. Alright, dB. If question asked, in what terms noise pollution is calculated, or what is the unit of sound? It is dB, that is your decibels. Then coming back, second most polluted, noise polluted city in the world, it is Moradabad, that is located in India, and India it is located in
UP, Moradabad. But which is the most polluted, noise polluted city? We are talking about not air pollution or any other type of pollution. Here we are talking about noise pollution. So the most noise polluted city in the world is your Dhaka. Dhaka is the capital of Bangladesh. It has been recorded as the most noise polluted capital city in the world with 119 decibels as the noise pollution level. Alright, then if we are talking about third is your Pakistan's capital city, Islamabad. It is the third most noise polluted city in the world. So let's revise three cities again. Which is the most noise polluted city in the world? It is Dhaka, that is the capital of Bangladesh. On second, it is Moradabad, that is in UP. Then third is your Islamabad, that is the capital of Pakistan. Alright. Then another thing that you need to remember, there are three Indian cities that are in the top 15 list of the most noise polluted cities in the world. First, as we saw on the second rank, it is Moradabad. Then it is Kolkata, West Bengal, and Asansol of West Bengal is also in the most noise polluted cities in the world. Alright, so this is data that you need to remember. But now shouldn't we think about which is the quietest place in the world? So according to this UNEP report, they found that Erbil of Jordan is the quietest city in the world with just 60 decibels. Alright, Erbil, Jordan. Question will be asked, which is the most quietest city in the world? It is Erbil of Jordan with 60 dB. This is followed by Lyon of France, then Madrid, Spain, Stockholm, Sweden, Belgrade, Serbia. Alright. Moving on. If we talk about United Nations Environment Program, when was it founded? In 1972. Where is the headquarter? Nairobi, Kenya. Executive Director Inger Ederson. Then WHO headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland, and Director General is Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus. Similarly, where is the headquarter of UNDP? It is in New York. Next we'll be talking about a report that was released by Mercom India. First thing you need to remember this. Mercom India in their report stated that India has added a 1.2 gigawatt of open access solar capacity, or you can say India has added 1.2 gigawatt of solar energy capacity in the year 2021 alone. This marks a growth of 222% during this year. I repeat, Mercom India in their report titled Mercom India Solar Open Access Market Report for the Quarter 4 and Annual 2021 stated that India has added 1.2 gigawatt of solar energy in the calendar of fiscal year, or you can say added 1.2 gigawatt of solar energy in the year 2021. That marks a growth of 222% during this year. The top three states then you need to remember in installation of the open access solar capacities are UP, Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra. In UP, remember, if we are talking about solar energy and electrification, most number of sales of electric vehicles are registered in UP. Alright. Then coming back, if we are talking about the most number of installation or top three state with the maximum number of installation of open access solar capacities is UP, followed by Tamil Nadu, followed by Maharashtra. If we are talking about Mercom Communication, this is the organization that released this report. It stated that India has seen a growth of 222% for this year in the solar capacity. And how much energy? 1.6 gigawatt of solar energy has been added this year, or 1.2 gigawatt, not 6, 1.2 gigawatt of solar energy has been added in the year 2021 alone. Alright, if we are talking about CEO, Raj Prabhu is the CEO. This was founded in 2009 and the headquarters is in Bangalore, Karnataka. Next we'll be talking about world happiest country. Which country has been named as the world's happiest country for the 5th straight year? This is the 5th time. Remember, Finland has been named as the world's happiest country for the 5th straight year. Important. Alright. So what is the rank 1 in terms of the World Happiness Report? It is Finland. second is Denmark, third is Iceland. If we are talking from the bottom, this data was released of 146 countries, out of which the least rank or the least happiest country in the world is Afghanistan, 145th is Lebanon, and then is your Zimbabwe. This was the 10th edition of the United Nations World Happiness Report. It stated that India has improved on their ranking, and the rank of India is 136 out of 146 countries. Alright, earlier in 2021, the rank of India in this ranking was 139, but now India has become a little bit more happy and it has ranked as 136. Alright, this is for the 5th consecutive year that Finland has secured the first position, or Finland has secured the position for the most happiest country in the world, and the least happiest is your Afghanistan. So 4 to 5 things from this particular topic. Least happiest Afghanistan, most happiest for the 5th consecutive time it is your Finland. This was the 10th edition of the UN World Happiness Report. What was the rank of India in 2022? The rank is 136. What was the rank in 2021? It was 139. Alright, next we'll be talking about TB. TB is your tuberculosis. This affects your lungs, as you can see here in the picture. Alright, so what is the bacteria through which TB is caused? It is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Alright, recently a data was released in the report, that is India TB Report 2022, coming together to end TB altogether. This was the report that was released on tuberculosis, and this data stated that India has recorded a 19% increase in the cases of tuberculosis in the year 2021 over 2022. Alright, that means from the year 2020 to 2021, we have seen a jump of 19% cases of tuberculosis in India, and the most number of cases that we saw rise in Delhi. Most number of these tuberculosis cases arrived in Delhi. Alright, so coming back, let's revise. According to India TB Report 2022, that is coming together to end TB altogether, India saw a rise of 19% cases in tuberculosis. As per the National TB Prevalence Survey in India of 2019 to 2021 report, stated that Delhi has topped with the maximum number of cases of TB in India. And which is the bacteria that causes the tuberculosis? It is your Mycobacterium tuberculosis. And what is the percent rise increase in the cases from 2020 to 2021? It is a straight rise of 19% in TB cases. Then remember, this report was released by Mansukh Mandviyaji, who is our Union Health Minister. This report was released on the World TB Day. World TB Day. When is your World TB Day? Can you tell me? And this was released during the Step Up to End TB 2022 summit that was organized on the World TB Day. But when do we observe World TB Day? Tell me. World TB Day is observed on 24th of March. So when do we observe World TB Day? On 24th of March. This particular report was released by Mansukh Mandviya. Just stated, this report stated an increase of 19% of cases of TB in India, and the maximum was seen in Delhi. India aims. Now the question will be asked, if you remember, there was a target year also of India that India will become carbon neutral by 2070. Similarly, India is aiming to eliminate tuberculosis from India by the year 2025. Remember this target year. This is important. What is the aim of India, or what is the target year that has been set by India to eliminate TB? Is year 2025. And this is according to the National Strategic Plan for Elimination of Tuberculosis, and 18 states have committed to end TB by the year 2025. Next I'll be talking about the most polluted capital city in the world. Remember, for the 4th consecutive year, Delhi has been ranked as the most polluted capital city in the world. If we were talking about noise pollution, it was Dhaka, that was the capital of Bangladesh. But if we are talking about air pollution, then remember the most polluted capital city in the world for the fourth consecutive time is the capital of India, that is Delhi. Alright, according to the World Air Quality Report of 2021, Delhi has ranked for the fourth consecutive time as the most polluted capital city in the world. Alright, and this, the important thing is that this is for the fourth consecutive year. What is the capital? It is Delhi, and we are talking here about air pollution. Alright, who released this data? This was released by a Swiss organization, that is IQ Air. Apart from this, if we are talking about the countries, 5 most polluted countries in the world for the year 2021, you should remember it is your first is Bangladesh. Second, first the most polluted country in the world, Bangladesh, followed by Chad, then Pakistan, then Tajikistan, and then fifth is your India. If asked what is the rank of India in the most polluted country in the world, so India ranks at 5th position. See, we saw the first most polluted capital city in the world, it is Delhi. Second is your Dhaka, that is the capital of Bangladesh. And remember, Dhaka is the country that is the first city, or you can say the city with the most noise polluted city in the world. Then third is your N'Djamena, that is the capital of Chad. Moving on, previously Delhi also topped, as we see this is the fourth consecutive year that Delhi has, the capital of India, has secured the first position in the most polluted country of cities in the world. So earlier in 2018, 19 and 20 also Delhi secured the first position. In terms of country, what is the rank of India? India's rank is 5th. In terms of country, first rank is of Bangladesh. Who released this index? This was released by IQ Air. This is a Swiss based organization. Alright, these are the data that you should remember and are important. Similarly, you can see here the list of top 10 countries with the most worst air quality or most polluted countries in the world. First is Bangladesh, second Chad, Pakistan, Tajikistan, fifth India, important, sixth is Oman, seventh Kyrgyzstan, 8th Bahrain, 9th Iraq, and 10 is your Nepal. Alright. So friends, this was our session. I hope you liked our video. All you have to do is comment below and tell us what are your views on this video. If you want us to continue with such sessions, such revision videos should be taught to you, brought to you every week or every day. All you have to do is comment below, because the value of your comment is very high. Also, if you have any trouble regarding login or payment or any other issues, then you can reach to us on our mail, that is support@affairscloud.com, or you can call us on the number 9677333862, and we'll resolve your issue as soon as possible. Also, you should go and check our courses that are available at a very reasonable price, and that will help you to boost your preparation.